I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order. It's June 11th at 6 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any additions to the agenda?
We do not.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
Move.
A second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the budget hearing of May 12th and the regular meeting of May 19th.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I need a motion to approve the following consent agenda. It's 3.1 through 4.0 as recommended by the superintendent.
Move.
I'll second.
Any discussion on the treasurer's reports, consideration of claims, transportation report, cafeteria report, authorization to transfer funds, authorization of payments for the final bills, cooperative bidding, the intermunicipal agreement, the multi-year with Madison Oneida BOCES. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That brings us to our district presentation. If Ms. Bozzer can come up to the front, and her students, that'd be great.
Would you guys mind if I take the mic and lean over
So, hello, my name is Jack Penoyer. I'm a senior here at HCS. I am very interested in the career of welding and metal fabrication.
Hi, my name is James. I'm also a HCS senior, and I'm going into the career for automotive technology and auto body repair.
Hi, my name is Johanna Bozard. I'm the agriculture teacher here, and I'm also our work-based learning coordinator, of which we're here to talk to you about today. I just want to give you a little bit of background about what work-based learning is and what we're doing with it here at Hamilton Central School. So work-based learning is a capstone class for students in our career and technical education program to be able to go out into day-long job shadows within the field of agriculture that they think that they would like to pursue. So there's over 350 careers in agriculture. If a student decides that they would like to pursue one of these or a genre of one of them, they will continue and they'll take 4 classes with me over their 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year. In their 12th grade year, their capstone class is called work-based learning. So we start out with cover letters and resumes and job applications, and we merge into all those soft skills like how do we dress for our job and what do we do when we get there and what time do we get there. And then we start to talk about what those job shadows look like. So I reach out to my networks and I reach out to my network of teachers that have networks, and the students also network and come up with different businesses to be able to go on day-long job shadows. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. We try to work with the employer of when it's easiest and best for them to have a student, because we know that time is money and they're giving up their time to be able to help our students. So it could be a Wednesday from 9 to 2, it could be a Saturday from 8 to 4, whatever works with the employer and the students' schedules. So they are helping to build that network of professionals in our local community that they can lean on, and they're also helping them to know what is right for them after HCS. Does that look like right into the military? Does that look like going right into the workforce? Does that look like on-the-job training? Does that look like an apprenticeship? Does that look like a 2-year or a 4-year school? So through those experiences, Jack and James this year are happy and excited to tell you about where they have been able to go. So I'm going to turn it over to Jack's up first, I think.
Alright, so my first job shadow that I went on was at Steve Brink's Manufacturing. So Steve Brink, he actually works in Hamilton on the airport. He has his own little hangar. So I got to go there. My responsibilities, the things that I did there was I got to weld up a metal frame for all of his steel. So it's a huge steel rack that I got to weld up. So what I got out of going there was he really liked my welding and my work ethic so much that he offered me a part-time job until I graduate from high school, offering me a full-time job. So I'll be working there right after I graduate high school. So,
Yay.
So for our experience that we were both able to go on, which was my first one, was to a small shop right outside of Hamilton, which is Doc's Small Engine Repair Shop. So who's Doc to us? Doc is someone that comes in during our ag mechanics class and teaches all sorts of things ranging with low combustion, small engines. So that's like working with checking the combustion, checking battery, and also doing different things like checking the valve replacement. What is small engine repair? Small engine repair is basically doing different problem solving on these engines, which is doing the valve replacements, checking battery percentage, and also checking combustion on these engines. And we also learned how to do all that stuff at his shop.
so SUNY Morrisville, so we got to go on a visit here. We went here because SUNY Morrisville has a bunch of programs like automotive programs. They have a welding lab, and me and James are really interested in all of that. So we got to go there. We got to meet my uncle. He is a professor in the Ford Asset Program. So he gave us a quick little tour of what he does and what he does, or like what he teaches. So I enjoyed going to the welding lab because that's like my favorite thing to do. They have so many cool like CNC machines and just metal cutting like machines there. So I really enjoyed that.
And also because of this experience, I was able to like really love this college, and I'm actually going to this college for the Ford Asset Program, which is working on just specializing on Ford vehicles and also Lincoln. And also I'm going to try and do an auto body program.
Yay.
4 years actually. Me too. So my first job shadow all by myself was to a shop right outside of Hamilton up in Chittenango, New York. It's called Paul's Paint Shop. So what we do at that shop is doing all sorts of different things ranging from paint jobs, damage assessment, problem solving, and also just replacing parts on any kind of vehicle, no matter what it is. And also because of this experience, I've been able to get a part-time job working around my schedule, doing all sorts of different things that I love doing.
Alright, so the British blacksmith. So I'm gonna pass out some things that I made from going here. So this was the coolest job shadow that I went on. So if you'd like to pass these out, and then. So at this job shadow, I got to learn about what forging was. So forging was the early times of welding. So you may be asking, what is forging? So forging is where you get to heat up metal, bend it, twist it, shape it into literally anything you want. So I actually got told by Mr. Larson, he wanted these signs for the school, and I went to this guy named Steve Law. He is a retired professor from Morrisville. So we got to make those signs that you guys, or those brackets you guys are holding for the school play. Another person we got to meet there was the British blacksmith. So the British blacksmith goes around and does these mobile forging, so people can learn how to forge, and he comes to you. So we got to do that through our ag mechanics program. So as you can see here, this is my whole class. We got to make these small little hooks, and it was a pretty cool experience. And I'm pretty sure, no, I'm positive that everybody in my class really enjoyed this. Mr. Rogers actually got to come and join us during this, so this was an amazing experience.
So for another job shadow that I was able to experience was going out to Valville to this shop called Pierce Autos and Parts. This shop specializes in working on just Volkswagen and Audi vehicles, and working on the inside and outside of the vehicles, problem solving on any kind of problem. So the type of stuff that I was able to experience during this opportunity was replacing sway arm links, timing chains, doing oil changes, and changing out tires.
So Farmland and White Eagle Dairy. So this is Miss Bozzard's mechanic shop for her farm. So I got to observe this guy named Ryan. He is a mechanic and welder at the shop. So what I got to observe was him welding and repairing this bucket for one of their tractors that broke. The reason why he wanted to repair it and weld it is because a new bucket would cost around $20,000 to buy a new one, but it costs $4,000 just to repair. So that's why welding is a very important thing to learn and know. So I got to observe that. Stuff that I got to learn was, I got to learn how to vertical stick weld. So that's a very important type of weld I need to learn if I want to pursue in the career of welding. Something cool that I also got to do there was I got to ride in a semi-truck. I know that sounds, pretty low, but you always see them riding around and driving everywhere, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So he took me on a quick little ride around Belkville, which was pretty sweet. So
I was also able to experience the same kind of job experience at this mechanic shop. I was actually working though with one of the other mechanics named Corey, and we were working on different kind of problems on this semi-truck, ranging from the brake systems and also figuring out how actually dangerous these brakes jobs can be and how deadly these things are. Then also I was able to figure out how to take off the tires off an actual rim and replace those tires on these big old trucks. And for this job shadow, I was able to go out to Mooresville, and our tire service center. So what I was doing here was working on different kind of vehicles, and this shop specializes on anything, which is the same thing on exterior, interior things. So different kind of things I was able to experience on this job shadow was changing off oil, changing axle, changing off bearings using oxyacetylene torch, and also doing my first ever car alignment, which really helped me understand different things in this career.
all right, so Joe Inman. So Joe Inman, he is a project manager at Colgate, so he oversees every project construction that is happening at Colgate. So when I'm older, I also want to own my own business, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to just see what he does and what he overlooks. So I wanted to go here. He got to show me all these huge and cool construction sites that he's working on. I got to see the Colgate pool, because if you don't know, the Colgate pool is ripping out all the plumbing, so I got to go underneath the pool at Colgate and see all the plumbing and how the pool even runs. We got to go to just about every construction site, all the cool multi-million-dollar buildings that he built, and he just showed me everything that there really was to know about what a project manager is.
So for this job shadow, this was one of our kind of ending job shadows. This was to a place out in Rome next to Griffiths Air Force Base, or on the Griffiths Air Force Base, working on different kind of things like huge shipping containers, trying to modify them for all sorts of different companies, adding all sorts of different kind of things that they would love in those containers.
So it's the type of stuff that we got to do when we were there. So we got to do insulation. Me and James found out real quick that insulation is itchy. So that was a very, very fun day. So we went there twice. The first day we did insulation. The next day we got to do painting. So this was pretty cool because this is my first ever time using a paint gun. And let me tell you, that was real fun. So I got to do painting, and then we also got to do drywall work. So after we did our insulation, we got to frame and put on the drywall right where we just did our insulation. So Mohawk Valley Community College. So I went here and I visited because I heard that they have an amazing welding and metal manufacturing program. So I got to observe the welding lab, the where they manufacture metal, and the CNC machine room. So my future plans are to attend this college because of these programs. I'm really excited. I'm getting my associate's degree, and I just can't wait till I get this experience. Thank you. Are there any questions?
I would like to know what you think is the most important thing you would tell your other students in school about job shadowing.
So I tell them that this is, I think that you should learn more about like what you want to do when you're older. So like going on a job shadow really helped me on what I wanted to do. So I tried a bunch of things. Like I went to welding, I did forging. I also went with James on some mechanic shops. So this really helped me understand what I wanted to do. So I think that if you tell my classmates to just try it and see if they like it, I think they'll enjoy it and understand what they want to do.
And kind of going off of what Jack said, it really does like help me kind of understand what kind of work I wanted to do, because I was kind of confused on what I wanted to do. I was in between like multiple things trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I had no clue. And once I joined the class, I was able to figure out what I wanted to do so easily just because I was able to go out, experience this job shadow, and actually see what kind of work they did and kind of what they do on a daily basis, so I would know if I wanted to do this job.
I have one more question from me. What did you learn that you don't want to do because of these job shadows?
All right. Well, I learned that I do not want to be a mechanic. There's so much. Good luck to James, but there's so much stuff that goes on inside engines and motors that I do not understand. So that really helped me understand that I do not want to go on that career path.
Good.
And also, I think going on the job shadow to Miss Bozzard's farm, it really helped me learn how hard the work there is compared to the work I've been doing. Because what they do is a lot heavier machinery and a lot bigger stuff. What I'm working on is a lot smaller, so it's easier to work on. So I feel like that was the hardest part for me.
Anybody else have a question?
Was there something, was there anything in these jobs, you have so many different job experiences, are there any parts of it that there are things that you didn't expect to be part of the job that were more important than you anticipated?
So when I went to Joe Emmons, the project manager, so I didn't know that he would, so he actually sits at his office and he like has to go through all these like, how much money does he owe this or these people to, for building the thing or like this. So he does a lot more than just sit there and looks over people and make sure they're doing the right thing. He does billing and mailing and asking people for help. So I realized that there's just more to looking over people at construction. So.
Yeah.
And I guess before I joined this class, I never realized how much work everyone does at these auto shops.
Mm-hmm.
And once I was able to go on these job shadows, I actually started realizing that. So that was really nice for me to realize.
So if my Ford breaks down, you'll fix it and you'll weld it?
Yeah, I'll weld it.
All right. All right. Know who to call. Great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Jack, do you want?
Oh yeah, I gotta get all this stuff.
And you are more than welcome to stay for our meeting, but you are also more than welcome to leave if you so wish, and we won't hold it against you. Your families as well. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bozzard.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some of my favorite things to hear about. Those experiences. It's awesome. Well, that brings us to community participation. If anybody would like to come to the podium at this time, please remember our policy. Seeing nobody move, we're going to move on, but there is time again at the end of the meeting. And I don't think there's comments online. There are not. All right. Personnel. I need a motion to accept the resignation of Alyssa Belush from position of teacher aide effective June 30th as recommended by the superintendent, noting that this is an appointment was a one-year term ending June 30th to begin with.
I'll move.
A second. Discussion would be an executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the following faculty and staff, outside food service providers, and summer help for 26 summer school programs at HCS and MO BOCES, as recommended by the administrative team and superintendent.
Move. A second.
discussion would be an executive session unless you have something that's not strictly personnel-wise.
I have a question that's not specific. So when it comes to the guidance office, are we going to like publish their availability for students, maybe like upcoming seniors, college applications, any support that they may need over the summer? Will we make it known like when they're in the office or how to best reach them in the summer?
We can do that.
And Ms. Inman will be there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I need making sure I'm not missing anybody. I need a motion to approve the addition of Derek Braden and Andrea Cass to the substitute cleaner list as recommended by the business manager and superintendent.
I'll move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I need a motion to approve the recommendation of the committees on special education and preschool special education.
Move.
Second. Discussion would be an executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I need a motion to approve the following monetary donation with sincere appreciation and increase the budget by these amounts as recommended by the business manager and superintendent.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Thank you very much for your continued support.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I need a motion to approve the following policies.
There's a lot.
As recommended by the policy committee and superintendent.
There's regulations in there as well.
Oh, sorry, I didn't read that
That's
part.
okay.
That's there. Thank you. I need a motion.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
We didn't make any changes
Yeah.
from the first reading, so same things.
Thank you very much for all this work.
Yes, thank you. This is a big chunk.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. I need a motion to approve the class certificate list for the graduation contingent on each member completing all requirements.
I'll move.
Second.
Discussion?
Congratulations. Congratulations. Your
Liliana, you're okay with this?
I'm okay with it. Thank you.
All of those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And if you could vote, then you would also be in favor.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
The board is reviewing the annual policies required at the January meeting. These policies will be presented as a separate agenda item at the July organizational meeting, and I can read them. They are the code of conduct, investments, general procurement standards, internet safety, digital security breach, school food service program and meal charge, drug-free workplace, and student attendance. So, be ready. I need a motion to approve the summer curriculum development projects as proposed and as recommended by the administrative team and superintendent.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I need a motion to approve the Board of Education meeting dates for 26-27 as proposed and recommended by the superintendent.
I'll move.
Second.
Discussion? Just noting that the first meeting's on Tuesday. It'll be our org meeting at 5 o'clock, followed by our regular meeting right after. The majority of them therefore lay on Thursdays, with a couple Tuesdays in April, May, and May because of different things set by BOCES. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I almost forgot. I need a motion to adopt the bond resolution of the Hamilton Central School District authorizing and issuing the sale of serial bonds or notes in anticipation of such bonds and the aggregate principal amounts of $200,000 as recited in the attachment.
So moved.
Second.
This is a roll call vote.
Tom,
Aye.
Corey,
Aye.
Linda,
Aye.
Jen,
Aye.
Michelle.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. I need a motion to accept the results of the school budget elections on May 19th as presented.
Move. A second.
Discussion? Congratulations to Amanda and Casey. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I need a motion to approve the lease of one school bus to the Village of Hamilton Recreation Commission for the use during the 26 summer program as recommended by the superintendent, contingent upon the following conditions.
I'll move. A second.
Any discussion? I'm grateful that we can do this for the village.
Yes.
Most of our young children do attend summer rec, so I do think it's great that we're able to have this agreement. So, and thanks to the village for doing the program. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are now to the superintendent's report.
A couple of updates. I want to give you an update on the adopted state budget, which came after our vote, and it was adopted on May 28th. Just some key takeaways that you're aware of, but I wanted to state publicly. So the school aid, foundation aid went from 1% to 2%. The zero emission bus mandate has been delayed by 5 years. So the new purchase requirement, all newly purchased school buses must be zero emission by July 1st of 2032, which was previous July 1st, 2027. So a 5-year pushback. Full fleet conversion requirement, all school buses in operation must be zero emission by July 1st, 2040, previously July 1st, 2035. So the whole mandate has been pushed back by 5 years, which I think is excellent for districts. The third update, Tier 6 retirement reforms for teachers, includes changes to improve recruitment and retention. The normal retirement age without an age-related reduction has been lowered from 63 to 58 for teachers who have accrued at least 30 years of credited service. Huge benefit for teachers. And lastly, universal pre-K. Under the fiscal year 26-27 budget, all school districts must provide access to full-day pre-K for all eligible 4-year-olds whose families choose to enroll by the beginning of the 28-29 school year. So those are the big takeaways from the budget.
So we don't have to do anything different with our pre-K this coming year,
We do not.
the following year.
Following year. Yep. So that'll be work that will be done, planning for in next year for the September of 28. Okay. And finally, as this is my final board meeting as superintendent, I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to serve this district and community. It's been one of the greatest honors and privileges of my life. Over the past 7 years, we've experienced both significant challenges and remarkable successes together. We've navigated difficult times, including COVID-19 pandemic, challenging budget cycles, evolving educational expectations, and moments of profound loss. Through it all, I've witnessed the resilience, compassion, professionalism, and dedication that define this district and community. At the same time, I've had the privilege of celebrating countless accomplishments. I've watched students excel academically, artistically, athletically, and personally. I've seen staff members go above and beyond for students every day. I've witnessed our community consistently come together in support of our schools. Those moments have reinforced why HCS is what it is, a school of excellence. I want to thank the board for your leadership, your trust, and your partnership. Public education requires thoughtful governance, difficult decisions, and a shared commitment to students. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have worked alongside each of you to fulfill our shared mission of educating every student every day. I also want to thank our faculty, our staff, our administrators, our families, and community members. School succeeds because of the people who serve them, and I've been fortunate to work with individuals who care deeply about our students and dedicate themselves to making a difference every day. While I'm proud of what we have accomplished together, I'm most grateful for the relationships built along the way. The students, colleagues, families, and community members I've met throughout this journey have made a lasting impact on my life, and those relationships are what Give me a minute. Are what I will cherish most in retirement. As I step away from this role, I do so with immense gratitude and confidence in the future of this district. I know the district will continue to be successful with Mrs. Falvo as the next superintendent and the support of the many dedicated people who continue to serve our students and families. You won the bet.
Yeah. Pleasure to say.
Thank you for your support, your trust, and the opportunity to serve. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve this district for the past 29 years. Thank you. I had a bet that I wouldn't get emotional, but we knew that wasn't going to happen. So
We didn't shake on it, though.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Bill.
Thank you. That's my report.
Thanks a lot.
Please move on.
Administrative reports. Mark, can I put you on the spot? Can you share our valedictorian and salutatorian?
Sure.
Please?
I actually have the full list. We've done that in the past, but
Yeah, you can do that.
you guys
That'd be great.
want that.
Yeah, go right up to the podium if you don't mind. Love that.
So we have a lot of exciting things for our students as they move away from HCS. So in the past, I've read through our list and kind of described where students are going, so I'll do that again as well. So we have Eleanor Duclos is going to the University of Vermont, Art Education. Brooke Dudley, University of Buffalo, Business Management. Brianna Dye, Hartwick College, Psychology. Claire Fulwitz, our valedictorian, Wesleyan College, and undecided. Dylan George, University of Miami, is going for finance. Liliana Hagos is going to Lemoyne College for biology. Gavin Hames, SUNY Cortland, undecided. Polly Hanson Rodriguez, Siena University, Marketing and Communications. Brody Hauk, Coastal Carolina University, Exercise and Sports Science. Maggie Jackson, Sanford University, Journalism and Mass Communication. Sophia Juarez, Brown University, undecided. Natalie Kenyon, Bucknell University, undecided. Sarah Klingeman, St. Anselm College, Politics. Tyler Kowalski will be going to Clarkson University for Electrical Engineering. Nathaniel Lambrecht will be going to Canisius College for Sports and Exercise Healthcare. Logan Langle, Bowdoin College, undecided. Max Mansfield, Pace University, undecided. Parker Matson, Niagara University, Economics. Elijah Myers, Worcester Polytech Institute, Aerospace Engineering. He's been working on rockets ever since he's been in middle school, so he's going to do well there. Sayla Nelson, our salutatorian, is University of Southern California, undecided. Olivia Packer, SUNY Polytech Institute, Nursing. Anna Platt will be going to Skidmore College for Mathematics, Statistics, and Business. Claire Roller will be going to Vassar College for Environmental Studies. Jennifer Smith, the College of Charleston for Psychology. Rowan Speck, Binghamton University, International Relations. Ezra Stahlberg will be going to the University of Richmond, undecided. Ryan Verbitsky will be going to Clemson University, Communications. Silas Cantwell will be going to Beacon College. undecided. Hope Cowley will be going to SUNY Morrisville for veterinary technology. Tatum Gibson will be going to Mohawk Valley Community College for video production. James Handner, who is here tonight, will be going to SUNY Morrisville for auto body technology. Andrew Hauck, Mohawk Valley Community College for computer information systems. And Jack Benoyer, Mohawk Valley Community College, who is here tonight for metal fabrication. Students going into employment workforce, Joseph Cook will be going into employment as HVAC or electrical work. Emma Moyer, employment in veterinary office. Keegan Mullinax, employment in food service. Daniel Murray will be volunteering with the animal food service industry. Levi Neuenschwander is going to the workforce for farming. Zachary Ostrander, employment, construction. Kaylin Tenace's workforce, heavy equipment operator. And for military service, we have Caden Wiley, who will be going into the United States Army as a combat engineer. So, a lot of excitement.
Thank you. It always makes me so proud to hear of all the different locations the students go to and what their interests are. Very exciting. Very good group of kids again, but thank you. Other administrative report questions, thoughts? We'll move on to business manager report.
Since it's Bill's last board meeting, I'm going to talk for a long time about school business. And,
Great.
School taxes specifically.
Great.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an hour, it'll be quick.
We'll boo you off the stage.
I did share with you a document. This is something that was just kind of put together. It's kind of messy, but I think it's something that's important for us to look at and something that maybe we can build off of as we move forward. We often talk about, specifically in the budget development process, how once the tax levy is decided, the budget is adopted, the tax levy is set, there's a litany of things that can happen that can affect individual tax bills, both by municipality and taxing entity, and then certainly to each individual taxpayer's tax bill. I thought it was a good time to provide this. We are currently awaiting the final assessment rolls for the 2026 school tax season this fall. Once those are finalized, our tax levy with our 2.26% increase to that total levy amount will be distributed. What I did was I looked back at the last 10 years, and if you all have this document, I think you do. You'll see in the first column next to the year, you'll see what the approved tax levy increase was by the school district. So that first column, that's the one that we as a district, you as a board, really control. Everything to the right of that is sort of out of our hands. As you know, we have 5 taxing entities, 5 municipal entities: Brookfield, Eaton, Hamilton, Lebanon, and Madison. I don't want to go through this line by line, but I just want to point out a couple things. And really, the effect that the market-driven factors have on what happens in the distribution of the tax levy. These are tax rates and increases based on assessed value of properties. So think of it this way. From one year to the next, if you had no change in your assessment on your property, this is what the taxes would go up in that municipality. And you can see at quick glance that those numbers, compared to the total levy increase on the left, are sort of all over the map. Some of them are significantly higher, some are significantly lower. The 3 cells that are highlighted in yellow are years in which those municipalities conducted a reassessment of all the properties in their jurisdiction. So you can see, as you would expect, because this is a percentage on assessed value, when there's a reassessment and assessments go up, that rate, the tax rate goes down significantly. But look at what happens in neighboring communities after one of those yellow cells. The equalization rate drops significantly. So what the state is saying is, when a reassessment is done in Hamilton, it has that reverberating effect on the neighboring municipalities. in the form of the equalization rate drop. So what the state is saying is, all right, we're looking at these new assessments in neighboring communities. We're looking at sale prices of homes. Your properties in your municipality aren't reflective of their true value, so that equalization rate drops. When that happens, when you see a significant drop in the equalization rate, which I've highlighted in red, if you look just to the right of those highlighted in red, you'll see big increases. So just this last year, for example, when we had a 9.2% increase, you can see in Eden and Lebanon in particular, their equalization rates dropped from 80 to 69%. So the state is saying those properties in those municipalities are only assessed at 69% of their true value. So you can see that they took on the brunt of that tax increase. So while the total levy went up 9.2, Brookfield Eden and Lebanon had significant increases over 19%, while Hamilton was only 5%. But if you look at the prior year, those both went down. So you see these huge fluctuations. So you hear me talk a lot about all these market-driven factors that we don't have control over. I wanted to try to put that on paper and give something visual to show that effect. I hope this is something that we can build off of moving forward. Obviously, it needs to be cleaned up. It's really hard to get it to a point where everyone can look at it and get it, and that's something we can work on. But I wanted to point this out. I thought it was a timely meeting to do that as we await the final assessment rules. So, with the market, the way things are, I don't see things really changing. You can see the most stability is in the two municipalities that haven't done a revale, in Madison and Brookfield. Those are the two that are closest to the tax levy increase. So really, when we do these reassessments, it really can throw things out of whack. Any questions?
So I understand how the equalization rate works, but I'm not sure how does that translate to a reduction in the tax?
I'm sorry, say it. How does it translate?
How does it translate to a reduction in the...
It doesn't. It's actually the inverse. So when the equalization rate drops, the true value of the property is going up. So that municipality is paying more of the share. So from 24 to 25, for example, in Lebanon and Eden, the total assessed value in those municipalities was generally unchanged unless there were physical additions. But by the state saying in 24, that number reflects 80% of full value and it goes down to 69%, the amount of full value increases, so those two municipalities pay more of the total levy. So when those equalization rates drop significantly, that's what causes these municipalities to take on more of the increase.
Why is it that when Eden in 2021 reassessed,
Yep.
their rate went way down?
Right, so from the prior year. So it's the rate on the assessed value. So if your assessment goes up 50%, the rate on what you're paying is going to go down significantly. Your total tax liability is going up.
Because it's the same amount.
Right.
It's just the
Yeah.
assessment's gone up.
So it's the rate on assessed value. So if your assessment is going up, the rate you're paying on that assessed value is lower than the prior year.
Because it doesn't change the amount
Of total tax?
of total tax.
Right. The levy stays the same. Yep.
Makes sense.
So it's really all distribution. Yeah. So again, this is something that we can, continue to look at, try to clean up. We also don't know what, do these municipalities look at this and say, okay, the state's saying we're at 69%, it's time to do another reassessment. I don't know, that's not something that we have control over either. So, but certainly the effects and what happens as a result is sort of clear when you look at it this way. So,
I think it's really interesting.
any questions?
I'm glad you have created this, and I am excited to see how it's cleaned up a little bit, so it's something that we can also talk about in budget coffees and things of that sort, because I do think this is where people are the most confused, because I know I am, right? And so being able to understand it a little bit better, or at least have some numbers to reflect on, I think would be very helpful in the future. So thank you.
So, and again, just to further that point, we don't even have the equalization rates yet for the fall of 26. So we don't even know how that levy is going to be distributed yet. We have to wait for that and then do all the calculations. So, with that, you'll add another row for 26 with that 2.26% increase. How it's going to, what the impact's going to be on each municipality is still to be determined. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be interesting that maybe it's communicating this, adding in, when is this levy set and when are those rates
From a
determined?
timeline
Like,
standpoint?
yeah, timeline of,
Sure.
like, we set this in May.
Yep.
We don't know what until whenever it is that those come out. And then maybe be interesting to see a pie chart of just like, how has that changed, like which percent of the total amount taxed
By
comes from each
municipality.
municipality, and how that changes from year to year.
I think this is an awesome start, and
Sure.
the more you show us the data that you come up with, I think it'll be helpful to us and to the community and at large, so.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Keep going. Yeah,
That's all I got.
capital project.
Oh, you're doing it. Keep going. It's a capital project.
They do.
We've had some, we had a meeting recently with our architects and landscape architect. We're moving on with Proposition 1. We are going to attempt within the scope of Proposition 1 to still address our needs, which we feel are probably some of the more dire needs of what we need to accomplish on campus, our pedestrian safety and vehicle and traffic flow. So with Proposition 1, it included some site work sort of tight to the building. So we are considering, and we're going to attempt to still make some significant changes, perhaps with the bus loop primarily, and turning that into a parental pickup and drop off dedicated area, and find another place for buses to pick up and drop off. Because despite the bus project, the bus garage project going down, and that building staying, and site work out behind that not being done, it doesn't take away, it doesn't diminish what really needs to be accomplished with regard to pedestrian and vehicle traffic on campus. So, it's something that we really need to address. It's going to be more difficult because of the limited resources and budgeting under Prop 1, but we're kicking around some new ideas, and we hope to still be able to do something. So, we're working on that.
Thank you.
Yep. Good?
Good. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
And it is not just Mr. Dowson's last meeting, it is also Liliana's last meeting. So
And birthday.
And birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
So if you wouldn't mind doing your report, that'd be great.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, I'd like to start by saying I think it's been a really great year with the addition of Sources of Strength, the club fair, junior-focused college course assemblies, more cultural events at Mayjam. Just a big thank you to everyone who made that happen. Thank you to the board, and especially thank you to Mr. Dowson for everything that he's done for the school, not only from me, but from all the students. And I'd also like to touch up on an idea that Mr. Dowson and I talked about during our last meeting. So I believe that having 2 student board members would highly benefit the school because it would increase diverse perspective. And in the case where a student can't make it because of an athletic event or a music event, or if they're out of town, I think it'd be really great if there were 2, because if one was absent, then the other one would be there to substitute, and they would already be there regardless. But I know I haven't been able to attend every meeting because I've been out of town or had another conflicting event. So whether it was having one junior and 1 senior, or 2 seniors. I know a few other schools that have 1 junior and 1 senior, where the junior would serve for 2 years, so they could be kind of like a big brother and give the upcoming junior advice on how to be a good student board member, and I think that would be very helpful. And I understand that next year we probably can't do that because the applications for the upcoming seniors have already been sent out. But I think in the following years that'd be a really great idea to have 1 junior and 1 senior. But I think just in general having 2 student board members would highly benefit the school. Thank you. Yeah.
And the junior would then continue into the senior year.
Yes.
It would just cycle like that.
Yeah.
That was something I was actually going to mention tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, great.
That's something we could, like, the junior could join in August or September. It doesn't have to be.
I'm a strong advocate.
You mean
for
of
it.
this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't- Is there anything holding that up, like to
We'd have to amend the policy.
Okay.
But we wouldn't have to re-vote on the,
No,
that was the original,
correct.
but they've
Yep.
changed that.
Yep, so we just have to change the wording to allow for 2 as opposed to 1.
Yeah.
So if you're in agreement with that, we can make that happen. Applications are due June 16th for the current rising seniors. So that's coming up.
Is that something we can amend tonight if we want?
I
Looking at
mean,
policy.
it'd be easier to, we'd have to look at the policy and
Yeah.
Okay.
get the
So
wording
next
right.
month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, or whatever. Okay.
It would be really nice to be able to start that for the next school year instead of having to wait a whole
I
another
think so.
year. No pressure or anything, but
It's easy.
I would love to see that.
That would be hard.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be hard, you said.
No, just have to get it done.
Thanks, Lily.
Thank you. Secondary and elementary committees?
Elementary, we did not meet because it was the night of science and technology night. And actually, my kids really loved, my boys did the virtual welding, which he led, and that was pretty cool. So we did not meet. We did have our last community cafe. That was really good. We made, it was about healthy eating, and we made, it was amazing. We made salsa gardens, like we planted them in the ag room. Ms. Bozard kind of gave a tour of the ag suite, and then we got to plant like all these plants in these little like bags, like planter bags, and brought them home. And then we got goodie bags, like all the ingredients to make salsa and a recipe with the stuff that we grew or are growing, like the tomatoes and the peppers. So every family got to take one of those home and a book on gardening. So that was really cool. And, my kids came home and we planted everything right away in our garden. They were very enthused. So it was, I don't know, a very inspiring meeting for them too. And then they got to go and make pizzas with Miss Chamberlain. So they really liked doing that. So great program. So yeah, I thought it was great. We had a lot of great feedback about, families just really liked coming together. Like we had lunch or dinner first and then had all these activities, and it was really great. You got to talk and talk to a lot of people and meet a lot of people that you don't normally see on the playground or at school events. So it was really a good coming together activity. And a lot of parents actually wanted to continue doing something like that, kind of maybe even informally, like once a month hosting some sort of parent get together where we could just chit chat. We don't need to fund dinner and stuff like that, but with a topic and kind of guided. So I don't know if that's something we can think about, but it was very well received. Good.
Kudos to Heather for
Yes.
putting the work to solidify that grant and be rewarded that grant.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. And all the organization. And actually, Mr. Dart got certified for a parenting educator.
Yeah.
So he did a course in Albany, and now he is certified to be a parent educator. And so he was at all of these also. And we had lots of different, lots of great people that showed up and really guided these meetings. So yeah, it was really great. Secondary steering, we talked about having most of this month focused on coming up with ideas for a 9th grade orientation for high school. So coming up with ideas of what you might need to know about high school, like what are the graduation requirements, when are you expected to take different tests, what are the opportunities, following different career tracks or building a resume, what sorts of things do you need depending on which direction you're headed. So different things, also the expenses that are involved in some of these things, like there was a parent of a senior who said, I didn't know that there were going to be so many fees associated with all the different things that you have to do. So just some information about that. And just having a really broad scope of what the different pathways are to graduate starting in 9th grade, and kind of having an orientation to outline some of that in 9th grade. I thought there was, and they had a lot of good ideas. So if you have a whole list, then you're working on that. Yeah. So, that was really it for steering.
Inclusivity met. We talked about the fact that there's a senior survey was completed, that we are not going to find out the results of any of that until the seniors have graduated. We felt that that was best, and made some plans for how we want to start the beginning of next year for the committee. Maybe a little bit of homework prior to the first meeting so that the first meeting is filled with actual work as opposed to getting the work to do, so that the committee can start off on the right foot for the next year. And
We debriefed Community Wellness Day.
we did, yep,
Which was
phenomenal.
more successful than I hoped even.
Really good.
And at least one of the committee members went around and was at school for the Community Wellness Day, was able to attend a lot of the sessions and see a lot of the things, and talked about the fact that those of us that aren't deeply involved in the day, it might be good for some of us to be there and be a part of observing, because it was really wonderful. So to everybody that put their time and energy in, Lauren and Chris especially, thank you, because it was really good, and the kids had a good time. And the group that came in, Native American dancers, that was a hit on all levels, and so it was good to hear that. So
They were very good. Yeah, he did.
we should have
Yeah, we should have. Yeah. Yeah.
he would have too if he had asked. Policy committee.
No other updates.
Okay.
No.
We've been busy enough. Yeah. All right. Board discussion. This is a lot on me here.
Can I do
So,
advocacy really quick?
oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I skipped it.
Lots of
Advocacy.
stuff.
Go for it.
So we had an SBI meeting on June 1st. As I've announced here before, Brian Belair, the current superintendent of Whitesboro, is taking over as the SBI executive coordinator. He is coming in with like this whole new outlook for SBI. They've already started meeting about like what the value is of SBI and what they do and things like that. There was some talk about the BOCE showcases. So I know that we went a couple years ago. Actually, it's time for Madison United BOCES again. So every third year, it hits the 3 BOCES. So this is a non-budgeted item typically with BOCES that costs the BOCES about $5,000 to put on. So this last one at Herkimer, they had 104 attendees, 24 SBI members, and only 10 board meetings, or 10 board members attend. So there's a lot of talk. This has come up a bunch, and there's never really any action taken on it. But they're going to get more aggressive of like, do we want to continue it? What is the value? Is it really reaching the students that we want to reach? Could we combine all 3 BOCES and maybe do every other year? So there's a lot of ideas. So if anybody has any ideas on that, let me know. We just feel as a whole that $5,000 really could benefit more students in a different way. A question came up regarding the DSA and SAA dinner and awards, and they were wondering why no board members had received any of the awards, and it was because no board members were nominated. So it's hard to win if not. So they wanted us to bring it back, stating that that is a place for recognition there if you feel so inclined. They are doing a revised calendar for next year. I think you guys got like a glimpse of it. It used to be like 5 calendars and it was so confusing what to attend and what not. It's all going to be one calendar, like in date order. It should be a lot cleaner. Yes, meetings are going to be moved from Mondays to Thursdays. I did check, there are no conflicts with our board meetings. We went through all of that. So I will be attending those, and they're encouraging us to like bring our other board members, so maybe that's something we can go through at a retreat or something and kind of lay some of that out to get a couple of us there, because I think that there are a lot of value in it. I am now on the membership committee with SBI, so I was just asked I was nominated and accepted that nomination at the last meeting. So again, trying to get more engagement. The other big change is there used to be executive meeting dates and then general meeting dates with some programming. They are now moving that so it's one night. So they'll do an executive meeting followed by a general meeting to take less people's time. They are looking for programming ideas. Right now, 2 ideas that have had a strong favor for was Portrait of a Graduate and AI. So if we have any other ideas, let me know. We really need to get more participation, especially they're bringing in like some people from NISBA and legislators and different people. So when these people come and sacrifice an evening and then there's like 5 people, it just doesn't really look good on the district. So share any of that with me. There is a Hunger Solutions NY for summer food resources. Do either of you have the toolkit to that? And just wondering if we've shared that with our students for anybody that could have food insecurity. Okay, I'll send that information and maybe we can get that out to parents. And then so far for the state, we're at a 61.4% for FAFSA completion. So that's something too, they're advocating for us to do more of within the districts and try to, before students leave, try to have them, the guidance counselors work with them to complete FAFSAs. So I'm not sure what kind of engagement we do with that, but was a thing. And then the NISBA Everett R. Dyer Award for School Board Service is due June 26th. So if any of us want to talk about any of that, we can. I think that's it.
Thank you. I didn't mean to skip it. I wrote a note right near it, so I missed it.
That's always a lot.
It's a lot. Next up is board discussion. I got a couple of things, and we'll kind of go from there. If anybody else has anything. I wanted to first recognize that Casey is at a training tonight, and that's why he's not here. He's working on preparations for joining the team in July. Second, summer office hours starting July 6th. The offices will operate on a 4-day work week, 32 hours. The one office will remain open every Friday, with the exception of July 3rd, but that's before July 6th, so I think we'll be good there. I'd like to recognize Liliana. So please join me in thanking our student board member, Liliana, for her service during the 25-26 school year. Your dedication, time, commitment, ideas, and hard work have made a meaningful impact on our community. I want to thank you for your outstanding service. We wish you all the best as you head to Lemoyne, and will no doubt continue to achieve great things and make us proud while you're there and beyond. And also, happy birthday, but we said that before.
Thank you so much.
Also, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you need to make sure you come back and visit us.
Oh, 100%. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you. Can I open, or should I open it later, or?
You can open it now.
Open it now. Sure.
Okay.
Laundry detergent.
Dryer sheets.
Are these Oreos? How'd you guys, I love Oreos. How did you guys know? You know, your daughter made me chocolate covered Oreos.
She did.
Yeah, that's so kind. Thank you so much. Wow.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to take a moment to also recognize Sung for your service on the board. Sung, you have dedicated the past 3 years to serving our district, and we are grateful for the time, perspective, and commitment you've brought to this role. Your contributions have helped guide our district through important moments, and your efforts have not gone unnoticed. On behalf of the board, the entire school community, thank you for your service and dedication.
Thank you.
I liked it better when the spotlight was on the students and Bill.
I didn't.
Do I have to open it?
Yeah.
Yes, be careful.
Oreos for you?
Is it Oreo?
It's not. A little bit more breakers.
Well, I mean, for me, really, I'm grateful to the teachers, obviously. Thank you to Bill. And For small school districts, it really, the individuals who show up every day, they become more important. And I'm really excited for Superintendent Valvo to join Hamilton, and her leadership, just thinking ahead gives me a lot of confidence. So, thank you guys. Everybody's watching. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. This is great. Well, if I had this out in my house, my kids are like, "Oh, you work at the school board."
That big paycheck.
Best paying job there is.
That will be a reminder to them that I did.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we hope to still see you around a lot. As we come to the close of tonight's meeting, I have to read this or I won't get through, so excuse the looking down. I would like to take a moment to recognize somebody who's given so much to our district. This is the final Board of Education meeting for our superintendent as he prepares for his retirement. On behalf of the board, our faculty, our staff, our students, families, and entire community, we extend a sincere gratitude for the many years of dedicated service. Your leadership, commitment, and care for this district have made a lasting impression on our schools and on the people within them. We're truly grateful for everything you have done to support and strengthen our community. At this time, we have one final item on the agenda, which we will present a special proclamation in your honor.
Okay.
I have to read them, right?
Do.
The whereases. Just the one. Should I read both? Or, well, I'm going to read. I'll do both. Yes. On behalf of Mayor Ruth Ann Lovelace, who was not able to come, there's a proclamation from the town. So here we go with whereases. I have to read the next one because the whereases get me. Whereas William Dowslin has been involved with the Hamilton Central School District as a teacher, coach, and in various administration roles since 1998. And whereas he has served as superintendent for the past 7 years, providing thoughtful leadership and fostering a positive and collaborative environment within the school community. And whereas Mr. Dowslin has served throughout his tenure with dedication, integrity, and a strong commitment to the students and families of the village of Hamilton and broader community. And whereas his efforts in strengthening the connection between the school district and the village of Hamilton, contributing to the vitality and success of both. And whereas under his leadership, academic offerings have been enhanced, social emotional learning initiatives were implemented, and the district received state and national recognition. And whereas Mr. Dowslin's dedication to education and public service has left a lasting and meaningful impact on the lives of many. And whereas his legacy will be honored as an inductee into the Hamilton Central School Hall of Honor and Grand Marshal of the Hamilton's 4th of July Parade. Oh. And now, therefore, I, Ruth Ann Spear Lovelace, not me, Mayor Village of Hamilton, do hereby recognize and honor William Dowslin for his years of service and extended sincere appreciation and best wishes upon the occasion of his retirement. And be it further proclaimed that the Village of Hamilton expresses its gratitude and contributions and wishes him continued health, happiness, and success in all future endeavors. May I everything look?
Wow, that's very nice. Thank you.
Hamilton Central School Board of Education proclamation honoring the retirement of William Dowslin, Superintendent of Schools. Whereas William Dowslin has served the Hamilton Central School District with dedication, integrity, and a deep commitment to educational excellence. And whereas, during his tenure as superintendent of schools, Mr. Dowsland has demonstrated outstanding leadership, fostering a culture of collaboration, respect, and continuous improvement among students, staff, and the greater school community. And whereas, Mr. Dowsland has worked tirelessly to support the academic success and well-being of all students while strengthening partnerships with families, faculty, and the community. And whereas, his steady guidance and thoughtful decision-making have positively impacted the Hamilton Central School District, leaving a lasting legacy for future generations. And whereas, Mr. Dowsland's commitment to public education and his genuine care for others have earned him the respect and appreciation of his colleagues, students, and community members alike. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Hamilton Central School District Board of Education does hereby recognize and honor William Dowsland for his years of dedicated service and extends his sincere gratitude and best wishes upon his retirement. And be it further resolved that we wish him continued happiness in all future endeavors. And with witness whereof, this proclamation is adopted this 11th day of June, 2026.
Thank you very much.
May I please have a motion to adopt the proclamation, the Hamilton Central School Proclamation?
I'll move.
One second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Leaves general participation. Anybody would like to come forward, please do so, remembering our policy. Seeing nobody move. We will adjourn this meeting, and there will be no executive session this evening. I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.